Seeing Matt Damon as Odysseus for Christopher Nolan's new Odyssey movie is definitely the biggest news this week. However, we've also gotten other news related to this movie in terms of new cast members, new crew members, and all of that, so let's talk about it in this TikTok. Starting off with the casting announcements, all these casting announcements that we're getting are definitely all for supporting roles. We've already known the lead cast for a while, so now it's just exciting to see who else is being added to this grand ensemble to support the larger leading cast. First off, it was announced that Jesse Garcia and Will Yun Lee will have joined the cast for the Odyssey. Along with them, it's also been announced that Mia Goth and Corey Hawkins have also joined the cast for the Odyssey, and there was a rumor circulating that the character that Mia Goth is going to be playing does not have a speaking role, so it's very possible that she's playing something like a statue, a siren, just one of the monsters that we see on screen but can't really hear. And if that wasn't enough, it was also announced that Nick Tarabe, Jamie Gonzalez, and Maurice Comte have also all joined the cast for the Odyssey. If it's not clearly obvious, The Odyssey is a star-studded story, and it's going to have a star-studded cast to bring this to life, and under Christopher Nolan's direction, I have full faith in the film being exactly that. Before I could edit and upload this video, which is why I'm wearing a different shirt, it was also announced that Rafi Gafron and Shiloh Fernandez have also joined the ensemble for The Odyssey. I'm not too familiar with both of these actors, but I think one of the coolest parts about Christopher Nolan's ensemble in his films is that it's a mix of actors and faces that we know and love, but also actors that are upcoming or we're unfamiliar with, but we would fall in love with. And I think it's very clear that this is happening in the Odyssey, and again, I just can't wait to see it. That's all we have for the casting announcements. For the crew announcements, it was announced that Hoyte van Hoytema is going to be the official cinematographer for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. And if you're not familiar with his work, he won the Oscar last year for Best Cinematography for his work on Oppenheimer. He's done the cinematography for Interstellar, Her, and Nope. 3 formidable, beautiful looking films, and I cannot wait to see the cinematography he does on The Odyssey. I think he's the perfect choice. He's worked with Christopher Nolan before on Interstellar and Oppenheimer, won an Oscar for one of his work on a Nolan movie. He's also done films like Her and Nope, which are beautiful looking movies, so I think he is the perfect bill for cinematographer. The Odyssey movie, which is primarily shooting on location, I just know it will be brought to life in the most spectacular way through Hoyte van Hoytema's work, and I just cannot wait to see it. That pretty much wraps up the news on the latest things we've learned about the Odyssey movie. Now, we also do know certain locations where this film will be shot in Europe, as well as certain things that are going to be included, but I don't want to talk about them on TikTok because I feel like that's kind of getting into spoiler territory. So if you are interested in learning about those things, I do recommend going on Twitter and checking out the account at the Nolan Analyst to learn more. I feel like for a lot of us, we want to go into this movie blind and, see the skill that Christopher Nolan brings this film in life to, so I'm not going to be discussing super spoilery stuff when it comes to this movie, just the official news. And let me know your thoughts on the new castings, the cinematographer, and how excited are you for this movie. And I will see you in the theaters on July 17, 2026 for Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.